The nominees for the BAFTA Film Awards have been revealed ahead of the prestigious ceremony, set to take place on February 18. With Hollywood and the entertainment industry reeling in the wake of the UAL harassment scandal, the organisers behind this year's event have promised to rid the British film and television industries of all pernicious practices. It's an interesting vision, one we're hoping is fulfilled. The departure of Stephen Fry is a sad affair, but the wonderful Joanna Lumley will be taking over hosting duties in his absence. What about the nominations, though? There's a stack of surprises and snubs inbound. Let's dig on into them. Leading the pack with a whopping total of 12 nominations, Guillermo del Toro's The Shape of Water is picking up some serious steam ahead of the Oscar-buzz costume design RS, having performed well at the Golden Globes. The film has been nominated for Best Film, Original Screenplay, and Best Director, while Sally Hawkins has landed a nomination for Leading Actress. Christopher Nolan's war epic Dunkirk is due to go head-to-head with the Fish Fest monster romance spectacular, before competing against Blade Runner 2049 in the technical categories. It'll be a close one to call, but Hoyt van Hoytema Dunkirk and Roger Deakins' Blade Runner 2049 will compete for the Best Cinematography prize. Can Denis Villeneuve's sci-fi sequel take home some glory perhaps? There's sure to be plenty of heated discussion over which leading man will take home the highly coveted Golden Mask. Gary Oldman, hot off his Golden Globe win for his portrayal of Winston Churchill in Darkest Hour, is set to face off against retiring legend Daniel Day-Lewis' Phantom Thread. Timothée Chalamet Call Me By Your Name, Jamie Bell film stars Don't Die in Liverpool, and Daniel Kaluuya Get Out round out the competition for the award. The competition is equally tough in the women's category too. Frances McDormand, having already won big at the Golden Globes for her portrayal of a grieving mother in Three Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri, would be a potentially safe bet. Saoirse Ronan, Lady Bird and Margot Robbie Tonya are also in the running. But, could Sally Hawkins this one up for her stunning performance in The Shape of Water? Time will tell. Willem Dafoe, The Florida Project and Sam Rockwell, Three Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri have received nominations in the supporting actor category. British heartthrob Hugh Grant is also in the running for this one, having secured a nod for his performance in Paddington 2, Rescued by Warner Brothers. Pictures back in November. Christopher Plummer, who director Ridley Scott brought in to replace the disgraced Kevin Spacey, has snagged a nomination for All the Money in the World. He didn't win at the Golden Globes, but the nomination was a tad cheeky in the first place. Elsewhere, Allison Janney Tonya will be competing against Kristen Scott Thomas Darkest Hour, Laurie Metcalf Lady Bird, Leslie Manville Phantom Thread and Octavia Spencer The Shape of Water for the leading actress Gong. Janney, who beat out the competition at the Globes, is looking like the frontrunner at this point. It's the original screenplay category that's the one too, though. Jordan Peele's Get Out has snagged a nomination, following its recent snub at the Golden Globes. The competition is fierce, with a breakout indie hit due to go up against the likes of Lady Bird, The Shape of Water, and Three Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri. As with the Golden Globes, all nominees for the Best Director award were, once again, all male. It's a tad disappointing, and another instance of Greta Gerwig's directorial debut Lady Bird being snubbed. Full list of nominees and categories below. Best Film Call Me By Your Name, Darkest Hour, Dunkirk, The Shape of Water, Three Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri. Outstanding British Film, Darkest Hour, The Death of Stalin, God's Own Country, Lady Macbeth, Paddington 2, Three Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri. Best Director, Blade Runner 2049, Denis Villeneuve, Call Me By Your Name, Luca Guadagnino, Dunkirk, Christopher Nolan, The Shape of Water, Guillermo del Toro, Three Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri. Martin McDonagh, Best Leading Actress, Annette Bening, film stars Don't Die in Liverpool, Frances McDormand, Three Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri. Margot Robbie Tonya, Sally Hawkins, The Shape of Water, Saoirse Ronan, Lady Bird. Best Leading Actor, Daniel Day-Lewis, Phantom Thread, Daniel Kaluuya Get Out, Gary Oldman, Darkest Hour, Jamie Bell, film stars Don't Die in Liverpool, Timothée Chalamet, Call Me By Your Name. Best Supporting Actress, Allison Janney Tonya, Kristen Scott Thomas, Darkest Hour, Laurie Laurie Metcalf, Lady Bird Leslie Manville, Phantom Thread Octavia Spencer, The Shape of Water Best Supporting Actor Christopher Plummer, All the Money in the World Hugh Grant, Paddington 2 Sam Rockwell, Three Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri Willem Dafoe, The Florida Project Woody Harrelson, Three Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri Rising Star Award voted for by the public Daniel Kaluuya Florence Pugh Josh O'Connor Tessa Thompson Timothy H. Chalamet Outstanding debut by a British writer, director or producer The Ghoul I Am Not a Witch Jawbone Kingdom of Us Lady Macbeth film not in the English language L First They Killed My Father The Handmaiden Loveless The Salesman Best Documentary City of Ghosts I Am Not Your Negro Icarus An Inconvenient Sequel Truth to Power Jane Best Animated Film Coco Loving Vincent My Life as a Courgette Best Original Screenplay Get Out I, Tonya Lady Bird The Shape of Water Three Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri Best Adapted Screenplay Call Me By Your Name The Death of Stalin Film Stars Don't Die in Liverpool Molly's Game Paddington 2 Best Original Music Blade Runner 2049 Benjamin Wallfish, Hans Zimmer Darkest Hour, Dario Marianelli Dunkirk, Hans Zimmer Phantom Thread, Johnny Greenwood The Shape of Water, Alexandra Desplat Best Cinematography Blade Runner 2049 Roger Deakins Darkest Hour, Bruno Del Bonal Dunkirk, Hoyt Van Hoytema The Shape of Water, Dan Lawson Three Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri, Ben Davis Best Editing Baby Driver, Jonathan Amos, Paul Maclis Blade Runner 2049 Joe Walker Dunkirk, Lee Smith The Shape of Water, Sidney Walensky Three Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri, John Gregory Best Production and Design Beauty and the Beast, Sarah Greenwood, Katie Spencer Blade Runner 2049 Dennis Gassner, Alessandre Quertz Solar Darkest Hour, Sarah Greenwood, Katie Spencer Dunkirk, Nathan Crowley, Gary Fettes The Shape of Water, Paul Austerberry, Jeff Melvin, Shane Vio Best Costume Design Beauty and the Beast, Jacqueline Duran Darkest Hour, Jacqueline Duran I, Tonya, Jennifer Johnson Phantom Thread, Mark Bridges The Shape of Water, Luis Sequeira Best Makeup and Hair Blade Runner 2049 Donald Mowat, Kerry Warren Darkest Hour, David Malinowski, Ivana Primorat, Lucy Sibic, Kazuhiro Sugi Tonya, Deborah Lamia Dineva, Adritha Victoria Abdul, Daniel Phillips Wanda, Naomi Backstad, Robert A. Pandini, Ian Chuaton Best Sound Baby Driver, Tim Kavajan, Mary H. Ellis, Julian Slater Blade Runner 2049 Ron Bartlett, Doug Hemphill, Mark Mangini, Mac Ruth Dunkirk, Richard King, Greg Landacre, Gary A. Rizzo, Mark Weingarten The Shape of Water, Christian Cook, Glenn Gauthier, Nathan Robitaille, Brad Zern Star Wars, The Last Jedi, Ren Kleiss, David Parker, Michael Samanik, Stuart Wilson, Matthew Wood Best Special Visual Effects Blade Runner 2049 Gerd Nezer, John Nelson Dunkirk, Scott Fisher, Andrew Jackson The Shape of Water, Dennis Berardi, Trey Harrell, Kevin Scott Star Wars, The Last Jedi. Nominees TBC War for the Planet of the Apes. Nominees TBC British Short Animation Have Heart Mamoon Poles Apart British Short Film A Mere Cowboy Dave A Drowning Man Work Ren Boys